What's up? It's your girl P Hope, where the P stands for put your prison clothes back on. We gotta go. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew something wasn't right about Scott. I told y'all last week that this man's top lip was made like some damn fried bologna. And now I know why. Because that's what he full of. Bologna. Bologna. Y'all, this is season 3, episode 3 of Love After Lockup. And honey, when I tell y'all some of these folks done tickle me. I mean, they done tickle me. So, let's see where we finna start at. I'm gonna start with Scott's ass. Because, you know, he just done tried to pull one over. Because if y'all remember on episode 1, when the interior decorator came over and she asked him what was the budget, and he said some crazy shit like it was up to $1 million. You know, like you can, you know, just do whatever you need to do. Like money is no object. Well, you know, me and the interior decorator was looking like, all right, he got money. But nah, bruh, that's not the case. Because, you know, much like our guy John, Scott has stepped his pussy up and he rented a limo to go pick up Lindsay from the jail. But he did not get the old school limo like John got. He got the navigator style one. So, you know, his is a little bit more up to date. So, well, y'all remember last week, he got her the $1,200 cell phone. And I said $1,200 perfume. I don't know where I got that from. He bought her a $1,200 cell phone. And he got her $1,300 worth of clothes for the halfway house. So he had already got her $2,500 worth of stuff then. But this week, he was out buying steaks and other fancy foods. He wanted the restaurant's most expensive bottle of wine. And he let us know that he has not been keeping up with his spending. You know, if she wanted, he's just going to get it. And he hasn't really been keeping track of his bank account. So anyway, he is inquiring about this navigator style limo, and the limo driver tells him that it will be $175 per hour plus a 20% gratuity. So he's like, okay, you know, he agrees with that price or whatever. And so he hands the man what looks to be like a Discover card. And, you know, shortly after, the limo driver looks up at his ass and he was like, look, bruh, I don't know if your funds went out on lunch. I don't know if your funds are under quarantine. I don't know if you need to leave your funds a message and they'll get back to you at their earliest convenience. I'm not really sure what's going on with your funds, but this particular card is declined. Okay? Something ain't right. And that's when I said, you know what? Mouths of a feather flock together. And what I mean by that is, if you are a real Love After Lockup fan, then you gotta remember Big Titty Lizzie and her boo Scott. He did the exact same thing. He promised Lizzie the sun, moon, and the stars. And then when this lady got out, he was forced to tell her the truth because he was in financial debt. And, you know, essentially Lizzie ended up leaving him. Now, I do feel like Lizzie was just using Scott. I don't ever think it was any love there. And I don't really know what to say about Scott and Lindsay. I really don't know. But it's real funny that both of the Scotts got issues with their mouths because both of them are liars. Scott, that was on the old season, original Scott, his teeth was falling out and shit. And now the Scott on this season, his damn top lip about to fall off. So maybe y'all need to quit lying to people about what y'all got going on. If you are financially strained, then say that. You know what I'm saying? A person is either going to be with you or not be with you. But you out here doing all of this caping and, you know, moving funds around. You're doing the most. And it's going to end up catching up with your ass, Scott. So you need to stop while you're ahead. But for right now, he has not learned his lesson. So, you know, he pulls out another card and he gives it to the limo driver. And that particular card goes through. and they head out to the airport. So they drive out to the airport. He gets there on time. And what happened when he got there? Oh, he saw the plane land. And so that's just kind of where they left us off at. We're trying to see if Lindsay is going to get off the plane, or if something has happened and the shit has been delayed. Yeah, so that's what's going on right now with Scott and Lindsay, honey. They about to get on my nerves. So now that we got Scott's ass about the way, let's rewind a little bit and go back to the opening of the show. The opening of this particular episode happened to be the couple that we had not met yet, which is Tyrese and Shonda. Y'all, Tyrese is an older black man and Shonda is the inmate. And I don't even remember what Shonda is in for. I'll try to get that information for y'all by next week. But honey, Tyrese let us know that he's an older man, and he is a nice looking man, and he has a job as an engineer. And he said that, you know, he was just home bored one day or whatnot, and an ad popped up on his phone that said meet women in prison. So he clicked on it and checked it out, and eventually ran across Shonda. Okay, and so he liked what he saw. So he's been talking to Shonda now for about 2.5 months. And you know, he said his thing is he just really enjoys a nice ass. So he shows us a picture of Shonda, and we realize that it ain't your beauty, it's your booty. Okay, Shonda is a Caucasian female, but she has a physique like a black woman, pretty much. So you know, he said he enjoys that. So he's getting ready to head out the house, and he has pictures of Shonda up on the wall. And so he wanted to give Shonda a kiss before he left out the house. Now y'all, he didn't kiss Shonda on the forehead. He didn't kiss Shonda on the lips. He kissed her ass. I'm sorry y'all, I'm a little bit distracted because I have my windows open, and I told y'all I'm like a little old biddy. I be like, if something or anybody goes by my window, I just be all out it like, who is it? Who is it? I'm sorry. Anyway. So, yeah, so he kisses her ass on the way out the door, and he's actually headed out to meet his best friend. They meet up at some type of store. I don't remember if he was shopping for himself or if he was shopping for Shonda, but either way it goes, he met up with the best friend, and she is an older black woman. And I thought that was really cute that his best friend is a female. I love seeing male-female best friend relationships. I think that is just so cute. But anyway, so they meet up, and he's just informing her about Shonda and letting her know that, you know, he's nervous because he's really into Shonda, even though they've only been together for 2.5 months. You know, he is even considering marrying this girl. And the thing about the thing is, she is in her 20s, but Tyrese has 3 children that are around Shonda's age. So he doesn't know how he's gonna break it to the kids. He doesn't know, you know, he's just really nervous about how accepting the kids are gonna be to Shonda, and how accepting Shonda is gonna be to the kids. The best friend is not necessarily here for it, and Tyrese feels like she's hating, but I don't feel like she's hating. I don't think it's a case of, oh, you just want me for yourself or nothing like that. I just think that she has probably been around Tyrese so long at this point, she knows that this is just another piece of ass. You know what I'm saying? So don't waste your kids' time. Don't waste your time, basically. You know what I'm saying? If you want to smash this lady, then smash this lady, but don't do the extreme. But in the confessional, Tyrese says a man can have 100 women, but he can only love one. And Shonda is the one that he loves. So we'll see, y'all. I don't know. He said he loved him some Shonda, so I guess the camera will show it. Jessica and Maurice. Now y'all remember last week. Y'all remember last week, Jessica's ass was outside waiting on Maurice. he finally comes out. He lets us know he is just so beyond excited to be home, and he is ready to go home and make whoopee with his wife. So that's where they're headed right about now. They're headed back to the, I don't know if they are headed to Jessica's house or if Jessica has like an Airbnb somewhere down the road. But either way, they're headed to go get in the bed. But on the way there, Maurice calls his aunt. He wanted to call his aunt and let her know that, look, I'm a free man. I'm excited. I'm out. I'm with my wife. Like, it is what it is. And so he was like, well, you know, my parole is still down there in Cali. He's originally from Compton, California. So that's where he was paroled at. But Jessica lives in Las Vegas. Excuse me. She lives in Las Vegas. So he like, look, I'ma just, you know what I'm saying, I'ma just do what the fuck I want to do, and I'm gonna stay down here with my wife. And the aunt was like, well, nah, baby, I don't think you want to do that, because your uncle did that and he went right back to jail. So then Maurice had a little change of tune, and he was like, oh, nah, you know, I ain't trying to do that. I'm the, you know what I'm saying, I ain't trying to see jail no more. So he said that he'll just have to do check-in until he's able to do a transfer. So I don't know if that's something you have to do on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, weekly basis. I don't know. But he says that, you know, he'll just continue to do check-in until they're able to transfer his parole over from Cali to Vegas. Okay. So they get to the house. And Jessica comes in. She sits on the sofa because he said he needed to go to the bathroom or whatever. And y'all, he's still mic'd up. So when he gets in the bathroom, if y'all could just hear the excitement in his voice, like he was so excited about the tissue. He was like, this real tissue in here, damn. And so, you know, clearly they're not getting Charmin off up in the jail. They're not getting Angel Soft off up in there. And it's not Cottonelle. I don't know what they wiped their ass with in prison, but whatever Jessica had in that bathroom, it made his whole day. That was it. That was it for him. And it was so it for him that when he came out the bathroom, he had to let her know that, baby, that's some real tissue in there. Like, my ass is clean. So, you know, it's the little things. It is the little things. And that is another good point, that I hope Chevelle is looking at stuff like this, because it is the little microscopic stuff that when you're institutionalized is such a huge difference, because free world and jail world are two completely different worlds. That's why they call it a world, because it's two different species. And so it really irritates me about Chevelle that she doesn't understand that. So, you know, once Quaylen gets out, he's gonna feel the same way about tissue. He's gonna feel the same way about a lot of stuff, because if Maurice has only done 5 years and he's excited about stuff like what you wipe your ass with, you can imagine the kind of shit that is going to amaze Quaylen. Like, you know, I would love to be there to see it. Maurice messed up the conjugal visits because he was trying to smuggle something in at one point and it messed it up. So they have not had any type of physical contact in 2 years. But he also wanted to let Jessica know while they were snuggling in bed that he has not had any contact with himself in the last 2 months, because he was saving all his love for you. And honey, Jessica, she was tickled by it. But the thing that I couldn't understand is that if you was trying to get out and tell her back out, wouldn't you want to go ahead and relieve yourself so that, you know, it would not be just a small flame, like it can be an explosion. Because if you haven't had no action in 2 months, like, baby, soon as you splash in the pool, the party gonna be over. So what are you doing? But anyway, Maurice, that's your business. I guess, you know what I'm saying, you know your body and you know what you're doing, so I'm gonna let you handle your business. He had already told y'all that he was ready to go bang Jessica back out. So they have this little scene real quick where they're just laying in the bed cuddling and talking or whatever, because they were not trying to give us no OnlyFans tease on WeTV. So they're just sitting there chopping it up, and they're waiting on production to get the hell out their house so that, you know, they could take their clothes off. And he lets us know in the confessional that, you know, my wife got ass, my wife got titties, she got the cushion for the pushing. So if she say she ready for some babies, then, you know, I'm finna give her some babies, because I ain't out here shooting no blanks. Maurice, I want you to slow down, because first of all, you ain't got nobody job. You don't even know if you can parole out to where this lady at. So right now, at this very moment, I want you to keep all the bullets in the gun. I don't want you shooting up the club. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to have fun. That's your wife, you know what I'm saying? So however you want to smack it, flip it, and rub it down, that's your business. But I definitely don't want y'all making no kids right now. Just please and thank you. Now, we're at Chevelle. Chevelle and Mama Cueva. Now, y'all remember last week, Chevelle and Mama Cueva were in the car together, and it started out just fine. And at some point, when they have found out that they had gotten lied to, that's when their car ride went a little bit left. Because this whole time, Chevelle has been thinking that Quaylin was coming to Kansas City with her. And this whole time, Mama Cueva has been thinking that that Quaylin and Chevelle were coming to Texas with her. So, and that's not the case for either one. So they got into a little bit of a tiff about that. But once they made it to their Airbnb, they Mama Cueva comes in Chevelle's room, and she wants to start off by apologizing for the tone and how she reacted in the car. And I thought that was very nice of her, because she didn't have to. So she came in, she apologized to Chevelle, and she's pretty much just trying to reiterate what she was saying in the car, just in a more detailed and a calm manner. And she's just letting her know that, look, I just want my son to be able to come home, normalize himself to society, and then if you and him decide to revisit talking about being in a relationship, and that's something that you guys still want to do, I'm all here for it. But just give him a chance to come home, to be with his family, and to, you know, get himself together. Let Quaylin focus on Quaylin instead of him coming home and jumping right into a ready-made family. Like, it's not fair to Quaylin, it's not fair to his family, and it's not fair to his mental, to be honest with you, because you can't expect somebody that is that institutionalized to just automatically adjust. And Chevelle is not getting it. She's not understanding it. And she's pissing me off to high hell, because I don't understand how she's that old, number one. And I don't understand how she has a 5-year-old daughter of her own, and she's not understanding where Mama Cueva is coming from. Like, she's so irritating. But that's how that conversation went. Chevelle was accepting of that conversation. She was not offended by anything. She did get emotional about it, but it was more so just because she felt hurt that Quaylin had pretty much played both sides. He told Chevelle, like, look, I'm coming to Kansas City, I'm gonna be with you. And then he telling his mama, look, no, I'm coming to Texas, I'm coming to be with you. So Mama Cueva is just like, how do you think Quaylin is going to be with coming out and being around those same people that got him in trouble 12 years ago? And so Chevelle was just like, well, I don't know, you know, I can't answer that, but all I know is, you know, we're gonna be together. Chevelle, shut up. Just shut up, because you're sounding like a 9th grader that, you know, has been forbidden to be with this boy, and so you're just gonna run off into the sunset and y'all are gonna be together regardless. Like, grow up. So next we had Shawn and Destiny. Y'all, Destiny is finally getting her ass up out the jail. Now, y'all know I was not excited for her to be getting out, because she done got on my nerves the way that she talks to Shawn on that damn phone. But I guess since she was coming home today, She changed her tune. I'm not sure, but she was very nice this episode, and she did not work my nerve. And so what happened was, Shawn decided that he wanted to pack her a little bag, and so she said she wanted Mexican food. So Shawn went home. He cooked her some homemade tacos. I think he called it gorditos, because what he did was he made her 4 tacos, and then he wrapped a hard shell taco inside of a soft shell taco, and I thought that was really cute. And he had it on a cute little taco tray and everything. But let me tell you where you went wrong at. I didn't see no top on that taco tray thing. So you just had raw naked tacos down in a lunch bag. I didn't like that. But you know, I ain't have to eat it, so I give you a pass, because the thought was still there. It was still sweet. So him and his tacos go on their way to pick up Destiny from the prison, and as he's on the way there, he's just letting us know that, you know, his main concern is that he's not being catfished, and that Destiny really is who she says she is. And, you know, if she's gained a little bit of weight, then he can deal with that, just as long as, you know, she's still beautiful. So we get there, and she pops right on out, and you know, they were both happy to see each other, but you could tell that they both had a little bit of disappointment in their eyes. And then when they went to the confessional, you heard what they were disappointed about. So when they went to Shawn in his confessional, he said, he was like, well, you know, I normally go for a shorter woman. I usually go for the really skinny woman, but you know, she had already told me that she gained some weight, so you know, I can adjust. I'll get used to it. And then when they went to her, she was like, yeah, he looks a little older than the pictures that I've been seeing, but he's a nice looking guy, you know. I'll adjust. So they're both sacrificing the physical and just hoping that their vibe is gonna be good, and you know, and things like that. Oh, y'all, one part that I missed about Chevelle before I because that was pretty much it for Shawn and Destiny. Shawn and Destiny didn't do too much. But what I missed for Chevelle and Mama Cueva, Chevelle could not read the room, honey. They were on their way to pick up Quaylen, and they get up there to the little prison thing, and they pull up, and so now all they got to do is wait on him to come out, and they're both really excited, and they're having another cute moment in the car, and they're like, Quaylen, 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 let him out, let him out. So after they had that, of course, Chevelle ass can't read the room. She gonna say, because I know he ready to get some. Mama Cueva got quiet as a mouse. And then Chevelle was like, oh, TMI? She was like, yes, TMI. Because, again, Chevelle, are you dumb? Like, yes, Quaylen is 29 years old, but in his mama's eyes, he's still 17. And yes, I know kids are out here doing the most these days, but let's just be honest. No real parent, no heartfelt concerned parent wants to think about their 17-year-old out here having sex. Like, no, because we all know that sex makes children, sex, you know, causes diseases and all kind of other crap. So nobody wants to think about their teenager having sex. I don't care if you are male or a female. So, like, I just had to put that part in there because Chevelle just does not get it. Like, she just doesn't get it. But yeah, so, and then I just told y'all about Shawn and Destiny. Honey, they weren't doing too much. Hopefully, they'll have a little more action going on for us next week. And we get to our last couple, which is John and Christiana. Now, with John and Christiana, of course, they picked up where they left off last week, which is with John ass down on his knee asking Christiana to marry him. So she's just, you know, she's looking down at him and she's like, oh my, yeah, you know, babe, of course I'll marry you. Like, why wouldn't I? So, you know, he's so excited that she has said yes, even though, you know, John has just sprung this shit up on her. She was a good sport about it, and she definitely took it a lot sweeter than I expected her to. So she says yes, everybody's excited, and they have loaded up in the limo and they are headed to the wedding site. Now, Christiana has no idea that they're headed to the wedding site, because she didn't know that when she said yes, that it's happening today. Okay, she's just thinking that, okay, sometime in the future. So as they're driving to the wedding site, she says, you know, this is just a long country road or whatever. She's like, what is this going on back here? Like, you know, I can't be late. And he's like, yeah, oh, I know, you know, baby, I got you. Because if she is 1 second late, she could go right back to jail. And we saw that in last season, or maybe that was the season before, with Michael's ass. You remember old girl had him late coming to his probation appointment, and I think he ended up being like, he might have been like 1 or 2 minutes late, 10 minutes at the most, and they locked that ass right on up. So I know, depending on the officer that you have in the states, that they could be a real asshole about stuff like that. So they get over to the wedding site, and Christiana is looking like, what is this? So he's like, come on, babe, hurry up, hurry up. So they rush over there to his makeshift truck chapel. Y'all remember he set all that shit up last week. So he rushed her over there. Then some lady come and grab Christiana. She's like, come back here. You know, this is where we need you. This is the dress that he picked out for you, and just go ahead and slip it on real quick. And she was like, oh, okay. She said that, you know, John had already picked out the size or whatever, and all she had to do was put it on. So she throws her clothes off, and she's trying to put the dress on, and all you hear is, it's not gonna fit, it's not gonna fit, it's gonna rip. And so then John brings his ass back, peeping over the damn truck door, because they got a blanket over it, so, you know, nobody can see Christiana's business. But he's peeping back there. He's like, you know, babe, what's going on? Because if y'all remember, initially when he set the idea up last week, they had 30 minutes to get married, to consummate the marriage in the back seat of his truck, and then drive off into the wind. What, disassemble all that wedding shit that was on the bed of the truck, and then drive off. They had 30 minutes to do all this. But as of now, 15 of those minutes are gone. So she's still trying to get her wedding dress on, and they only got 15 minutes to do everything and get on the road so that she can be to the halfway house on time. Honey, so she, you know, she'd already told them that the dress is not gonna fit. So, you know, he's like, well, babe, we got 8 minutes. Just put your prison clothes back on so we can do this. So she slips her prison clothes back on, and this lady is still in her face. But now this lady got all kind of sage and aroma and dirt and all kind of shit smoking up in her face. She's blowing the smoke in her face. She's blowing the shit in Christiana's face. And she's like, look, I know you've never done anything like this before, but I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, and you'll either say yay or nay. But, you know, you need to be ready for this. You know, are you ready? Are you sure you want to do this? And that is the cliffhanger for next week. We will find out if Christiana is going to say, yes, I'm ready to marry him right now, or, you know, no, this is too much. But they had Christiana in the confessional for a minute, and she was very, very overwhelmed with the whole situation. Like, John, you really did bombard this lady. You pretty much ambushed her with this wedding, and she took it way better than I expected her to. She did better than me. So y'all, that was season 3, episode 3 of Love After Lockup. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end and you are not a part of the P-Hope family, please just take your time and slowly hit that subscribe button. What you thought I was gonna say? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Be happy, be healthy, be safe. Until the next video. Good night.